All right, guys, taking a look at example 2 here. A taxi company in Atlanta charges $2.50 per ride. I'm going to go ahead and underline that because I know that's important. Plus $2 for every mile driven. Okay. Now, write and graph the equation that models the scenario. So first off, we got a little bit of a tricky situation because you got this $2.50 per ride, and we usually think of per as being something that indicates you're going to be multiplying, but in this case, it kind of tricks you because it's not. So I want to start with what you would pay for your average cab ride. If you catch a cab in Atlanta, what are you going to have to pay? Well, you're paying $2 for every mile driven. So X is the number of miles. Okay, and then that means that 2 is going to be your M value, right? Your slope. It's 2x is going to be the cost, right? The cost per mile. And then you're also going to have to pay that ride fee, which is what this is. You have to pay a fee of $2.50 just to ride. Okay? So if we're only talking about one trip, you're only going to have one of these. So it's going to happen one time. So that's going to be your B value. Right? So B is going to be $2.50. That's your initial cost. Just getting in the cab costs you that much money. All right, and then of course Y, Y is going to tie it all together. That's going to be your total cost. So Y is total cost. So when we go through and we set this up, we're going to have Y equals 2x, mx plus b, plus $2.50. Okay? That would be your equation, and then you're going to want to take that equation and you're going to want to graph it. All right, so we're going to flip on over and look at the graph here. Already got my graph drawn how I want it. So I need to talk about what x and y are. So of course this is y and this is x, and y equals 2x plus $2.50. Okay, so y is going to be the total cost. And x down here is going to be the number of miles. All right, so we're going to start by graphing our y-intercept, okay, our b value, and that's of course the y-intercept. As we said, is where x equals 0. So the y-intercept is 0. If you plugged in 0 for x here, if you plugged in a 0, you would get 2.50. Okay, so when I graph that, come over here and I say, oh, well, wait a minute, how am I going to show 2.5? Well, we're going to have to go halfway between 2 and 3. All right, so then what's our slope? What's our rise over run? So M was 2, which means 2 over 1, so rise of 2 over a run of 1. And if you're not careful, you'll mess this up because we're starting halfway between 2 and 3. So we got to go from, we go up 2 and right 1. We're going to go up to 3.5, 4.5 over 1. Okay? Up 2 over 1. So we're going to stay in between these y values each time because of the way we did this. So up 2 over 1. Okay? And then, of course, again, I'm freehanding it. Feel free to use a ruler or whatever for yours. And there's your graph of the equation. Okay, now, you can use this to answer questions. For example, if you travel 3 miles, you're going to pay $8.50. Okay? All right, moving on to the next example.